Can a single mother by choice make the blessing, Lehakhniso bivrito shel Avraham avinu, at the brit milah of her son? This is a question that I was asked from a rabbi in New York, and the halachic question is as follows. This is a blessing that is normally made by the father, bring the child into the covenant of Avraham, because of the father's primary obligation to ensure that his son has a brit milah. But what about if there's no father? If it's a case of artificial insemination, there's no knowledge who the father was. Who then has this obligation and who can make the blessing? So my response is that the mother could make the blessing for one of two reasons. Either because she is the primary person obligated after the father, or because she can represent the entire Jewish community. Let's unpack that. First of all, what happens if there's no father? As I said, the general assumption is, and ruled in Shulchan Aruch, that the obligation transfers to the general community. The mother has no special standing. However, there is a position in the Rishonim that the mother actually is the next one in line to be obligated after the father, and only if she's not around does it pass to the community. So even though we generally don't rule that way, that is an opinion definitely to be considered. But even according to the general opinion that it is an obligation of the community, the mother can make the blessing. There's a debate what happens if there's no father. Rambam says this blessing is not made. It's unique to the father. But Ravid says, and the way we practice is, that no, the blessing is made by someone in the community. The practice was the sandak, somebody who represents the community. So the way to have the mother make the blessing is to convene a beit din to represent the community, 3 men, and they appoint the mother as their representative, as representing the community, and she makes the blessing Lehakhniso, obviously from her perspective because of her unique relationship to the child, the mother of the child, but halachically, because she is representing the community. Now, Rabbi Akiva says that this only works if the person is playing a role in the milah. Traditionally was the sandak, the one who held the baby on his lap. If one wants to be concerned with that, it's actually acceptable for the mother or for a woman to be a sandak, and that used to actually be a practice going back a number of centuries. But we don't really have to concern ourselves with that opinion, and as long as the beit din appoints the mother, it will be fine. It should be noted that this actually comes up in many other cases as well that people aren't aware of. In case of artificial insemination with the semen that's not the father's, then the father is actually not the biological or halachic father of the child. It's the one who gave the semen. And in that case, we privately convene a beit din, appoint the father as the shaliach of the beit din and of Klal Yisrael, and that allows the father to make the bracha Lehakhniso bivrito shel Avraham avinu. So this is something that can definitely be done by this woman, and of course she can take inspiration from Tzipora, who understood the responsibility of the mother to ensure brit milah, which she is doing here, and therefore making this blessing Lehakhniso bivrito shel Avraham avinu.